Hi everyone, and welcome to another DIY Monday. Okay guys, I am coming to you guys today with an earring. If you guys can remember, I did a haul last Sunday, and was it last Sunday? I believe it was last Sunday, and I showed you guys some wood beads that I had gotten from Michael's. So you're going to need this type of wood bead for this DIY. We're going to be using some denim fabric. You're going to need a wood bead. You're going to need 2 spacer beads. You're going to need some red puffy paint because this is what I'm using. You are also going to need some 20 gauge wire, so I cut myself at least 5 inches of 20 gauge wire. You are going to need a fish hook, and you are also going to need, what else? Oh, you're going to need your Aleene's tacky glue. You're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need a pen. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so y'all know I always forget something. So along the way, you're going to also need a Sharpie. Now what I am going to do before we get started, I'm going to take our piece of wood and I am going to go around the ends of it with the Sharpie. Go all the way around the ends of it, because this is permanent. And the way that I'm going to do these earrings, you're not going to be able to see this, no way. It's not even going to be noticeable. Yeah, it's not even going to be noticeable. Okay, now make sure that you pierce your piece of wood. So I normally just take my round nose pliers and just put a hole right up at the top of it. Okay. And there we go. There's our hole. And then we're done cutting out our 2 pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tacky glue and give ourselves a generous amount of glue, okay? So we're going to do that. Okay guys, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to take, now I am using some denim fabric. This is the choice of fabric that I choose because these are going to be like a denim. It's going to be like a denim look. And we're just going to trace 2 pieces of this wood. So we're going to trace it and then we're going to cut it out. Okay guys, so just make sure that you have a wet washcloth or a washcloth, dry washcloth. Just make sure you have something near you so that you can, once you get all your glue onto your wood piece, you can wipe. You want to have something that you can wipe the excess amount of glue on. Okay, we're going to turn it around. Make sure we clean up our sides. And then we're going to just make sure that the whole entire bead on the top, front, and back has glue on it. And then we're going to take one of our pieces and we're going to place it right on top. Just like that. And we're going to do that for the front and the back of the bead. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just take and reassure our hole. So we're going to feel for it from the back. and just work our, so that when we put the back piece on, we won't have a problem with it. We'll be able to see where we need to, it's like a lead, you know, we'll be able to see where it needs to go. Okay guys, so we have our piece on our front and we have our piece on our back. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our first piece of 20 gauge wire and we're going to make our loop. Like this, guys. We're going to give it a little indentation. And then we're going to go up to the top, push it up, and wrap it around. Okay. Then we're going to cut off the excess, just like that. Squeeze it in. And we're going to just push it through the little hole that we have here to the back. Just like that. And then we're going to come from the back and we're going to push it through the front. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pinch this up just like that and pinch this piece up just like that. So this is pretty much what you're going to have. Then we're going to start wrapping around. Okay, and we're going to straighten this up while we're wrapping. Sorry, y'all. My computer keeps... I keep hitting the button and it keeps coming on. Okay, so this is what you're going to have. And keep wrapping it around. And then we're going to snip off the excess, which is right here. And we're going to squeeze that in so nothing is sticking out. And this is what pretty much what you're going to have, guys, okay? Now, the next thing what we're going to do is we're just going to take our denim and we want it to look a little rugged. So we're going to start messing with our ends, like picking with it. Fraying it, I should say. This is the look that we want to give this earring, okay? This is pretty much what you want it to look like, just like this, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen and I am going to draw a design on it. So my design is going to be just like this. One, and this piece goes up, this piece comes down, this piece goes up, this piece comes down, this piece goes up, this piece comes down, and this piece goes up. So I'm going to show you guys. I hope you can see what I've done. I know my light is not that good, guys, but I'm working on getting some lighting, okay? The next thing we're going to do, okay, guys, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our Puffy Paint. And I am not going to be doing the design on the whole earring, just enough to give it a look. So we're going to take our Puffy Paint, we're going to come here, and we're going to make our dots. As we are and we're going to put this design on the front and the back of our earrings, guys. Now you want this to dry. This is going to take at least a day to really dry through. before you can even do the next part. So we want this to really, really dry, and I'm going to hold it up so you guys can actually see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So while we're waiting on that to dry, we're gonna go. Okay guys, so our bead has dried, and we put our design on the front and on the back. So we're gonna go ahead and add put on our last part of the bead, the last part of the earring. So we're going to just make a loop. Give it a little bit of indentation. And we're not going to connect it. What we're going to do is we're going to connect this piece to this piece. So we're going to stick it through here and pull it through. And then we're going to finish it off. Now come up to the top. Push that up and wrap it around once or twice, guys. And then we're going to cut it. We're going to snip off the excess. We're going to take our round nose pliers and squeeze it in. Okay. And then we're going to add on one of our spacer beads. We're going to add, where's the bead? Our wood bead. And then our very last spacer beads. And these wood beads are about 12 millimeters, okay? Actually, yeah, they're about 12 millimeters. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to close this off. So we're just going to take, I usually put it on my finger like that. And then I want to make a loop on the side of it. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is what you should have. Your hole should be facing the same way this one is. The hole up at the top should be facing the same way as this one, okay? Then we're going to give it a little bit of indentation and then start wrapping it around. There you go. Okay. And then we're just going to snip off that excess. Make sure we squeeze it in so nothing is sticking. And then we add on our fish hook, guys, and we will have ourselves a nice pair of earrings. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and add on our fish hook. So we open it up from down the bottom. I just want you guys to see what it look like. And then we're just going to put our earring on. And then we're going to close it. And there you have it, guys. And these are just too fancy. So I do want you guys to know that these are in my Etsy shop. They are for sale. I will have these in a number of colors coming up soon. I'm working on some as I speak. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for today's DIY Monday. And you guys have a wonderful and awesome day and have a wonderful week. And I will see you guys tomorrow in Tuesday Show and Tell. Y'all have a wonderful and awesome day. Peace and blessings. See ya.